Say anything else, we have to change Raditz up a bit. Basically, I'm gonna make him more senseful and not as cruel as rotten as he was when pleading to be spared when Goku grabbed his tail and such. So Raditz isn't as rotten as he is in the original. Let's start after Raditz kidnapped Gohan. Goku and Piccolo team up and go after Raditz, and when they find him, they start fighting, obviously, and everything goes as normal until Goku grabs his tail.
Oh, I could never hurt my flesh and blood. I swear it!
So, you'll promise to leave? He knew if he returns to Vegeta, he'll be destroyed. So after thinking through it, he just gives up.
I can't do it. I don't want to be the one to run after the elites. I don't care anymore.
And then he just drops the scouter and destroys it. Goku is kind of dumbfounded, but still cautious, keeping his grip on Raditz's tail.
Kakarot, you don't have to listen to me, but there are Saiyans like you and me, 10 times stronger than all of us, and knowing them they'll come here. If you want to defeat them, you'll need more than a lifetime worth of training to win against them. You can reject the proposal, but I can help you. I know them.
Goku lets go of Raditz's tail, and Raditz just explains who those Saiyans are, what's their deal. And right in the middle of explaining, Gohan just comes barging out of the Saiyan pod and destroys it, and just rushes to Raditz. And Raditz barely dodges the attack. And Goku, he's just standing there completely weirded out that his son has that much potential. After this, they think about what they should do next. Goku tells Raditz that he should join them. Raditz, being stubborn as he is reluctant but still kind of agrees. Then Goku remembers about the hyperbolic time chamber and tells everyone what it is, and then they go to the lookout. Remember, Goku didn't die, and so there's no King Kai and the whole Snake Road ordeal. Kami and Piccolo tell them what's this room all about and all the rules. This is the time chamber. What it does, it compresses time. Basically, 1 year in there is 1 day here. And from there, everyone starts bickering who will go first. Piccolo says he'll take Gohan, and even though Goku is scared about it, he agrees and tells Piccolo not to kill his son because where their power levels are now, it's gonna be hard in the chamber. So that pretty much means Goku is taking Raditz. So the crew going in the time chamber is kind of like this. So Goku and Raditz, Gohan and Piccolo, Krillin and Tien. Why the last two? Well, I'd say it's mostly because of plot, and also I think they would need as much help as they can get because they're Saiyans after all. They don't know what they are and what kind of tricks they have up their sleeves, so they just go like that. So the first that go in are Gohan and Piccolo, and they get out in about 5 hours, which is almost, which is about 5 months, I believe, like 3 months, because they're not as powerful, like for example in the Cell Saga, so they get out fast because they cannot keep it up in there. But considering all that, their strength jumped a lot, and the reason why I just kept them like for those 3 months is because Gohan, well, he'd go insane in there, especially when there's only Piccolo with him. Next up are Raditz and Goku, and they get out in about 20 hours, and their power levels are huge. And Tien and Krillin go in and exit about 13 hours later. So here's the power scaling. Goku is at 12,000, same as Raditz. Piccolo is at 7,000 because he didn't train long, but enough to buff up. Gohan is weaker at 6,200. Tien is at 5,500 and Krillin is at 5,600. And from there, they're pretty much all ready to go. But there's only one problem. It's nearly a year before the Saiyans come to Earth, so They start training outside of the chamber because they can use it only twice per person. And so after a year, they're ready to face off the Saiyans. Their power levels are just slightly higher, for some about 1,000 at most. Vegeta and Nappa land on Earth, and everyone, even Raditz, sense it. So they rush to the crash site. Vegeta and Nappa are already searching for any power levels, and so they find 6 of them. Well, more, but Chaozu. All around, let's say 5,000 each.
Well, Nappa, it seems some powerful guys are coming towards us.
Everyone arrives at the spot where Vegeta and Nappa are standing.
Well, here's an abomination of the Saiyan race, Raditz. And he's with his baby brother. What did you say? I'm way stronger than you now. You're more delusional than ever.
Vegeta then brings out the Cybermen seeds, and they plant them. Cybermen spring to life, and Vegeta commands Cybermen to take care of everyone. And everyone just one-shots those Cybermen without even breaking a sweat.
Well, it seems that you're worth our time.
Vegeta then commands Nappa to fight Raditz. Nappa does so, and of course gets his spine broken as in the original by Goku. And also Vegeta disposes of Nappa as like in the original.
Well, you're not bluffing about your strength then. Let's see what you've got.
Vegeta rushes towards Raditz, and they start fighting, and it's clear Vegeta has the upper hand. Raditz tries firing Double Sunday, but Vegeta easily deflects it.
You're definitely stronger, but not stronger than me.
Raditz is then beaten to a pulp by Vegeta, and Raditz is lying there motionless on the ground.
Well, this is the end for me.
Don't say that! You'll be okay! Raditz is severely injured. Because of that, Goku has to step in. Goku and Vegeta start their fight, and Vegeta is stronger than Goku as well because he doesn't have Kaioken. Piccolo joins in the fight as well as Krillin and Tien, while Gohan, Raditz, Yamcha, and Chaozu are just standing nearby. Vegeta is now starting to struggle with a Saiyan 2 humans and a Namekian fighting him. All of a sudden, Vegeta goes in a fit of rage and charges the Gallic gun. The squad also charge their own attacks. Vegeta fires his Gallic gun, and the squad fire their double Kamehameha, Makanko Sapo, and Kikaho. They give it their best, and after a short struggle, they, win. Everyone starts celebrating, but little did they know, Vegeta's on his feet and prepares the Power Ball to turn into a Great Ape. He transforms, and to be honest, no one can beat him, no matter how hard they try. Krillin tries using the Kienzan, but it's warded by Vegeta. He even squashes Chaozu and Yamcha. All hope seems lost, until Yajirobe shows up and gives a senzu to Raditz. Now he can use the Power Ball to transform as well. Raditz transforms into a Great Ape and goes ballistic on Vegeta. Since Vegeta is weakened by the squad Ki Wave attack, Raditz has the upper hand. Also, Raditz got a Zenkai boost, so no surprise there. While Vegeta is busy with Raditz, Krillin prepares yet another Kienzan and fires it at Vegeta's tail, cutting it. Vegeta starts going back to his base form. All gassed out, Vegeta tries crawling to his pod, and Raditz notices this and tries to stomp him. But then Goku intervenes. Don't do it! Show him what it's like to have mercy! Raditz reacts in his ape form, then he asks for a good reason why to let him go. It first started with Piccolo. He had evil intent ever since he was born, and now he's one of us. You too, brother. You were scared of Vegeta and what he'll do to you if you return. So you stayed to get stronger and to get your revenge. I show all my enemies mercy, and I let them go, even if they were rotten to the core. Please, let him go. Be a Saiyan.
I am a Saiyan. That's the Saiyan's nature.
Please, let him go. And then, at that moment, the Power Ball conveniently loses all of its energy and reverts Raditz back to normal. And with Goku convincing Raditz to let Vegeta go, he reluctantly does so. Vegeta leaves, and everyone thinks about what to do next with Chaozu and everyone who died. And from there, the whole tale about planet Namek is brought up, and you know how that goes. No one's in a hospital this time, so they are at Capsule Corp thinking about how to get to Namek. After thinking about it, Raditz remembers Nappa's pod.
Guys, Nappa's pod is still there. We can use it.
Yeah, just in time for the reporter on the TV to find it and lock it in the research lab.
Well, there goes that. Oh wait!
Raditz pulls out the remote for the pods and presses a few buttons. What is that?
Check it out.
The pod lifts off and flies out of the lab. Whoa, that is so neat!
I know, right?
Bulma is now taking an interest in a long-haired alien warrior. And you know what I'm talking about. Bulma thinks about how everyone else will get to Namek. But then someone on a flying carpet comes. Of course, it's Popo. And he knows of a way to travel to Namek. He is talking about the Namekian spaceship and how it can take you anywhere in the solar system within seconds, not to mention planet Namek. So there's one way of transport, but Goku and Raditz are thinking about something better for them. Of course, they're talking about the spaceship with a gravity machine. Bulma, Krillin, and Gohan decide to go with the Namekian one, and Goku and Raditz are waiting for Dr. Briefs to finish the one he's building. Bulma and the crew start their journey, and Goku and Raditz are just training for that month. Dr. Briefs is done with the ship, and the brothers get ready to go. They start their training right away. While the Saiyans are on their way, Bulma, Krillin, and Gohan get their first taste of an alien world, and also they meet the Frieza Force almost instantly. But Gohan and Krillin, they are already on them and they are beaten instantly. Then they hide in a cave full of sorry, Team 4 Star. And they see Frieza fly by them and all. Then they sense Vegeta. Yes, I know, much later, but for a good reason. And they see how much powerful he is. In the original, he was around 24,000. And now he's almost 5,000. The reason why is because of the Zenkai boost. No, he didn't get any worse on Earth, but what I'm thinking about it is maybe he inflicted some damage on himself and then healing up. So once he comes to planet Namek, he meets Kui and disposes of him rather quickly. Then Tatedori and Zarbon, and then it's time for Ginyu Force to come. And Vegeta, along with Gohan and Krillin, get rid of Goldo, Raccoon, Berter, and Jace. And now it's time for Ginyu. And this is where they have trouble. Plot hole fill. Krillin and Gohan get their potential unlocked. Vegeta comes to, senses their Ginyu Force, and they all have a little alliance of the trio like in the original. Back to the video. Everyone is on Ginyu, and Ginyu is having trouble. At that point, Goku and Raditz arrive, and now we can talk about their power levels. Goku is originally at 90,000. So since Raditz was there to train with his brother, I'd say both would be at around 120,000. They get there, and Ginyu is surprised to see a low-class Saiyan along with another low-class Saiyan. Big mistake to do when Raditz is around. He's immediately more confident than ever and dashes towards him. Raditz is overpowered a bit, but this is Raditz we're talking about and knows how to trick Ginyu. He does so and just shoots through him, which works, I guess.
You were saying, Ginyu, low class just beat you. Anything to say to the public?
Ginyu tried swapping bodies with Raditz, but it doesn't work since Raditz avoided the beam.
You're too hurt to continue? Please, let me be honored to help you.
Raditz disintegrates Ginyu, even though he's weaker.
Brother, you wanna take a swing at Frieza?
Oh yeah, let's do it. Vegeta is amazed by the power up too. They go to Frieza, they find him, and they challenge him to a fight. Everyone starts attacking the Emperor, and it's clear they're not strong enough. Everyone panics, and then Krillin gets a brilliant idea to escape the Emperor. Krillin brings out his Taioken, and everyone escapes. They escape to the healing chambers inside Frieza's spaceship, and they put Goku in there. Goku gets a massive Zenkai boost. His power level being at 4 million instead of 3 million like in the original. Vegeta asks to get almost killed to get it too, as well as Raditz, and they get Zenkai boosts. To point out, Raditz is now more confident to go to the brink of death. Before, he was kind of vague about it. They now go fight Frieza once and for all. And the first to take a crack at him is Vegeta, since he's the
Prince of all Saiyans.
His second dialogue still happens.
You're not dealing with an average Saiyan warrior anymore. I, the Prince of all Saiyans, have finally become a Super Saiyan!
Again? Well, you don't seem different at all.
We'll see, Frieza.
Vegeta goes at him, and he pummels Frieza until Frieza goes into his final form. Let's see what a self-proclaimed Super Saiyan can do. Vegeta is easily pummeled into the ground and gets his finger beam in the chest.
Do you love me?
Kakarot, Raditz, there's something you should know about our home planet. Planet Vegeta wasn't destroyed by a meteor. The one who did the deed. Standing right in front of you. Please, avenge your race.
And the prince is dead.
It's true, you shithead.
Why yes, indeed. And what are you gonna do about it?
Long story short, you're gonna die!
Raditz gets a massive rage boost and his power level goes ballistic. It jumps to about 6 million. And Raditz goes ballistic at Frieza as well, and after a while, he soon falls along with a finger beam coming to his chest as a cherry on top. Goku is now enraged, and he too gets the same rage boost, but to no luck. Frieza then does something that will trigger one of the best transformations in anime history. Frieza kills Krillin. Goku is now a Super Saiyan. After witnessing his best friend's death, Goku has fulfilled the ancient Saiyan prophecy, the legendary Super Saiyan. Gohan, take Raditz, take Vegeta, get to the ship, and get out of here. Gohan takes both of them and gets to the ship. He encounters angry Bulma and he just lets her hold on to him until they get to the spaceship. They get to the ship and they depart from there, leaving Goku with Frieza. Goku and Frieza start fighting, and just like in the original, it's clear Goku is winning. After a while, Frieza gets desperate and bulks up to 100% to no effect, and after a while he fires the blast at the planet, telling the biggest lie in the anime history along with it. After fighting a little bit more, Frieza fires a Kienzan and fails to hit Goku. At the end, Frieza basically cuts himself and everything goes as per normal. While on Earth, everyone is revived with the Namekian Dragon Balls. Goku still lands on planet Yardred, and Bulma and Raditz, they start having feelings towards each other. It's been 1 year, and the Z Fighters find out Frieza is still alive, and stronger than ever. Z Fighters go to the place where Frieza landed, and they feel two similar power levels, and of course it's King Cold, along with Frieza. All of a sudden, an unknown boy comes on the scene and disposes of the Frieza force. He threatens to kill both Frieza and King Cold. Frieza is just scolding him, saying he's waiting for the Super Saiyan. But one thing he doesn't know is that a Super Saiyan is right in front of him, and with that, the boy starts transforming. Everyone feels the immense ki of the boys, and they're interested in the young boy. After a battle, the boy tells them about how he's gonna meet Goku in a specific location in a few hours, and they are stunned. They eventually start following the boy because their curiosity got the better of them. So everything goes as per normal. Goku arrives, and of course the boy in question is indeed Trunks. He tells Goku about the heart virus and all that, and Piccolo listens on the conversation, and basically everything goes as per normal. Both Raditz and Vegeta are confused as who this kid is and how did he turn into a Super Saiyan so easily. After Trunks left, the truth is real how
The kid is from the future, and on May 12 at 10 a.m., 2 androids are gonna rise and cause terror and fear. We have 3 years to prepare according to that kid. You can risk it, but I'm gonna train.
After 3 years, they assemble outside of South City along with Bulma and Baby Trunks to keep them company, and they start their search. Yamcha finds them first and gets Yamcha'd. Everyone else arrives and they take the fight to the outskirts.
At your current state, you can't beat us.
So, you don't know anything about a Super Saiyan?
The what?
Goku transforms into a Super Saiyan and goes after Android 19. He pummels him to the ground, and just as he's handling 19, Goku's symptoms start to take effect, and he's transferred back home by now healed Yamcha. Raditz starts going in, but not until Vegeta makes his arrival.
The only one who will kill Kakarot is me, and I won't let anyone else have that. Destiny has reserved that pleasure for me.
Vegeta finishes 19 just in time for Trunks' arrival.
Those are not the androids.
What? So you're saying those are not the androids who kill us?
No, the ones that are in my timeline are way different and much more powerful.
At that point, Jiro just dips the scene, and just like Vegeta, Raditz finds out one thing. The kid from the future is actually his son. They go after Jiro, and when they find a secret lab, they break in and see actual androids. And this time, Trunks doesn't go ballistic. Rather, he's cautious, just like Raditz. But in the same time, ready just in case something pops up. Everyone witnesses Jiro getting annihilated, and they just stand there like statues. The android just casually pass right next to them and fly away. Vegeta is triggered because he's
Sick and tired of being ignored.
They all give chase after the androids, and of course Vegeta is on Android 18. No, not like that, kids. And gets his hand broken. Raditz steps up, thinking he might have a chance being stronger than Vegeta and all, but he's down in under a minute. Trunks tries to help, but to no avail. Oh yeah, Android 16 is still vacant. The androids then go into the sunset with their truck to go after Goku. And everything goes as per normal until the wild Cell appears. Cell absorbs 17 and eventually, as an original, number 18 too. Now he's perfect. Z fighters get the idea of the time chamber, how they can still go in once more. Oh, and also, Piccolo still fuses with Kami, but it doesn't have nearly as much effect as an original because he wasn't present on Namek. They bicker who goes with who, and after a while, it's decided. First two to go are Raditz and Trunks. They get out, and their power levels are pretty similar, both being at around 40 million without Super Saiyan. Next up are Goku and Gohan, and they get out while being in their Super Saiyan Grade 4, and their power levels are around 35 million. But being in their Grade 4, their power levels are around 1.5 billion. And the last two are Vegeta and Piccolo. They also stay in there for one full day, and both are at around 500 million respectively, taking in fact that Vegeta's power level is only in effect in SSJ and Piccolo in base. Now they're ready for Cell games. They get to the scene and they all agree Goku should fight first. And everything goes as in the original until the point Goku sacrifices himself. At that point, Raditz goes insane and powers up, his power level being over Grade 4 SSJ because of the Rage Boost. And Raditz starts mourning over the death of his baby brother. Cell returns and Raditz barges towards Super Perfect Cell. The battle is quickly decided. Raditz is overpowered by Cell, obviously. The whole SSJ2 Gohan vs Cell Kamehameha go as per normal, and this time Raditz is enraged because of the death of his brother and feels bad for not doing anything. So he joins Gohan in a wave clash. He charges up the Double Sunday, and the Double Sunday Kamehameha combo eliminates Cell for good. There is finally peace on Earth. Gohan, Krillin, and Raditz tell Chi-Chi the sad news, and Trunks returns to his timeline. Peace on Earth is really nice, but what Z fighters don't know is that a new enemy will arrive in about 7 years. Gohan is now 18 and he still goes to the Orange Star High and plays the vigilante. Goten is 7 and lives his life like in the original. Trunks is now 8 and he's training with his father Raditz every day. And Vegeta has found the love of his life, Lodge. Her feistiness and the sneezing Super Saiyan thing impressed the Saiyan Prince, and so it clicked between them. They got married between the 7-year time skip and they are now expecting a child. Videl is of course blackmailing Gohan to join the Tenkaichi Budokai and he obliges. Goku gets through and he wants to join the tournament too. After the training and 30 days, Goku arrives, they sign up and join the tournament. Now, Yamu and Popovich are there too, and all know that this is the
Oh shit, here we go again.
moment now. They drain Gohan of his energy like in the original and everything goes as normal. They all get to the ship and observe Krillin and Piccolo getting turned into stone. Everything goes as in the original except Raditz is fighting the Bora and not Gohan, since Raditz figured out how to turn Super Saiyan 2 and he is equal to Goku. At that point we get Majin Vegeta and he is mad at Raditz for making him feel like he's nothing all these years ago, all the way back in the Saiyan saga. They take it to the outskirts and they are more or less equally tied. Vegeta gets the win and shortly later self-destructs. Everything goes as per normal from here. Everyone returns to the lookout after the obvious failure of beating Buu and they plan the next move. Goku suggests the Metamorph fusion and everyone is down except Raditz because of, you guessed it, Saiyan pride, but obliges to try it because Earth is at stake. They manage to do it and we get Goditz. Goditz is kinda funky, a bit less than Gotenks, but still funky, and goes to Buu to face him, but even before they start, fusion wears off. Goku now has to go back to the other world, and when he gets there, he finds out Gohan is still alive and in the world of the Kais. Goku gets there, spends the time with Gohan, and after all this is done, Gohan goes to face Buu and gets defeated, and there, at that point, Potara fusion is brought up. And Goku is thinking he might get a second chance with Buu. Once he gets the Potara earrings, he goes back to Earth, once revived and all that. He finds Raditz and they use the Potara. After a bit of bickering, they fuse and form Raditz. Yeah, Vegeta is still in the other world, so there's no Vegito. This fusion of the two is really cautious because Raditz is the dominant one. Raditz is stronger because Goku and Raditz are equal to each other. Raditz uses SSJ2 from the very start and disintegrates Super Buu. Everything goes back to normal there and everyone's revived, even Vegeta. So there's no fighting on the Kai's world. There's finally peace on Earth and Launch gives birth to Celeron, a baby girl that Vegeta had pleasure naming. Everything is peaceful, but far across the galaxy, a destroyer named Beerus awakens and seeks for the Super Saiyan God. He visits the North Kaio's planet and fights Goku. After defeat of the Goku, he then goes to Earth. Vegeta and Raditz are completely shook because of the Destroyer's arrival, and of course, they make him comfy. Since there's no Buu and his shenanigans with the pudding, Beerus gets his pudding. But I ain't gonna let it be peaceful, am I? Yamcha, for some goddamn reason, makes him mad, and he gets Yamcha'd as always. Everyone goes after Beerus, and he just one-taps every single person there. After Vegeta gets pwned, Beerus readies the Destruction Blast. And what convenience! Goku arrives just in time and knows how to bring the Saiyan God to Earth. They find out about the ritual through the Dragon Balls, or Shenron, and they start with the 5 physical Saiyans present. It obviously doesn't work, and when they figure out that they need 5 Saiyans pouring their energy into one, then Videl steps up, unveiling her pregnancy, and then they try it with Videl there. They begin the ritual, and once all this ends, Goku has red hair, red eyes, and appears a bit younger. Now he is ready to face Beerus. No one can sense Goku's energy because of God Ki, and so Beerus and Goku begin the fight. From here, literally everything goes as in the original. After Earth gets paired and the Kitty Cat goes to sleep, Vegeta is furious and finally decides that he can't take it anymore. So when Whis came to Earth, Vegeta asked him to train him. He accepts. Eventually, Goku, along with Raditz, find out and get quite interested in the whole training with the angel thing. So they make Whis take them in as well, and so they go. Vegeta is cursing Whis for bringing the two low-class rats there, of course. And so, they train there for a good while. Meanwhile, Frieza is revived, and so he begins his training. After he finishes training, Frieza heads to Earth. So does Jocko to warn them. Frieza is on Earth and is trashing Z Fighters. Trunks transforms into a Super Saiyan 2 and goes after Frieza. That makes Frieza transform into his golden form. Trunks is nearly killed, but then the trio comes from Beerus' world, and they start fighting from there. Goku goes first, and you all know what happens to him. Frieza is weakened at that point, and Vegeta just can't wait to kill the Emperor. However, Raditz steps up. Raditz transforms into his Super Saiyan Blue.
Just so you know, Vegeta can also do this. I'm regretting stepping up. I would enjoy watching him pound you beyond recognition.
Raditz obliterates Frieza before he even gets a chance to destroy Earth. We are now in the Universe 6 saga, and of course the trio is training, each with one of these heavy suit things. A new guest suddenly arrives on Beerus' planet, and of course it's Champa. He shows up with those eggs, and also gets introduced to instant noodles along the way. He proposes a tournament between 6th and 7th universes. Of course, Beerus is more than happy to accept the invite. Next up are the fighters, and they are Goku, Raditz, Vegeta, Piccolo, and the most important, Monaka. Why Monaka? Because Monaka is pretty much the inspiration for Goku to continue training and all that. First to fight are Goku and Botamo, and you all know how that goes. Next up is Frost, and you know how that goes as well. Piccolo is next and gets stung. They figure it out, and it seems that Frost is as much of a bitch as Frieza, and Goku returns into the tournament. Raditz disposes of him just like Vegeta in the original. Raditz fights Magetta now, and thinks logically from the start, and disposes of Magetta much sooner. Next up against Raditz is Cabba, and of course Cabba is interested in the Super Saiyan transformation, and so Raditz teaches him much less violently than Vegeta did. They enjoy fighting each other until Cabba realizes Raditz is capable of much more and tries to forfeit.
A Saiyan has never heard of a word forfeit. And you better know that.
Raditz gets mad and knocks Cabba out. Hit is up next against Raditz, and well, you know what happens. Next up is Vegeta, and holds his own a bit better this time, but eventually falls too. Goku gets in again because he was let due to Frost's shenanigans and all that. Goku manages to pull off the Super Saiyan Blue and Kaioken combo and goes after Hit. After the whole battle, Goku being Goku, he forfeits and lets Monaka fight Hit since he is quote unquote stronger. From there, everything goes as per usual, including Zeno's appearance and all that. Going into the Future Trunks saga, we see Future Trunks scared and running away from something. He meets up with his mother, and then all of a sudden, an unknown entity appears in front of them. The person takes Bulma and kills her before Trunks' very eyes. Trunks is now emotional and transforms into Super Saiyan Rage, unveiling it much quicker than in the original. He fights the entity for a while, and after that while dips into the time machine. He arrives in the past, and the whole attack on Goku and all that happens. Trunks explains what happened in his timeline, and Beerus explains how tampering with time is forbidden, even for gods, but lets it slide for a sausage later on. The entity from the future arrives in the past, and we see it's Goku Black. Of course, Goku takes him on to gauge his power, and everything goes as in the original. Goku Black is getting pulled through and tries to blast away the time machine, but Raditz steps in and disposes of the blast, so there's no Bulma with her time machine. They now plan on how they will defeat that Goku imposter, and after the whole planning, they go into the future. They see how screwed the future is, and so they call upon Goku Black to fight them. Vegeta gets shanked, Goku is there also a bit wounded, and all of a sudden Zamasu appears and he taunts Black saying, "I thought I would handle Goku." Goku then takes on Black and Raditz takes on Zamasu. Raditz joins Vegeta on the ground and the whole Super Dragon Ball Switch Telltale happens. Goku goes insane and of course, you know what happens next. After the massive failure, they return to the past and plan on what to do next. And after the Mafuba thing springing to life and plan initiated, they return back again. This time, Goku doesn't forget the seal because Raditz reminds him. They seal Zamasu away and beat Black. From there, everything returns to normal and Trunks' timeline is saved. Trunks doesn't travel to another reality to live his life. After that, we're slowly entering the universe survival saga, and Goku asks about the tournament, and the tournament of power is set. They have 40 hours to prepare, and so they gather the team. Goku, Raditz, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, 17, 18, Krillin, Tien, and Master Roshi. They go to the Null Realm, and from there, the tournament is starting. We have our 10 warriors from Universe 7, and the first thing our trio does is notice Jiren, the warrior from Universe 10. They are amazed by his speed the second Goku approached him. The Grand Priest announces the beginning of the tournament, and everyone gets in their positions. As soon as it starts, Saiyans split up, making Gohan's plan null and void. They eliminate many warriors from various universes in just a few minutes after beginning the tournament. Literally everything goes like in the original, except that Frieza isn't around and it's Raditz in his place. It's all the same until the point Goku gets hit by the Genkidama. Raditz is livid because of what happened to Goku, but also weirded out that someone so strong exists. Raditz takes Goku's place and attacks Jiren. Jiren is easily handling Raditz, but then, as Goku was about to be eliminated, a bright flash of white light appears, and of course it's Goku and his Ultra Instinct. Raditz is wondering about what the new form is, but after seeing it in action, he remembers Whis telling them about a technique that allows the user to move without thinking. He grins and looks at the bleachers and sees all destroyers starting to get up, to give gratitude towards Goku of course, and Beerus nodding to Raditz. Raditz now confirms his suspicions and just watches Goku take on Jiren. Once Goku gets tired, he rushes over to protect him until he's ready. Then encounters Kale and Caulifla and decides to fight them, and just like in the original, Kale goes berserk, but Jiren does his thing to calm her down. Raditz just guards Goku until Caulifla comes again. Raditz fights Caulifla and asks for Kale to join in just like Goku, and they fight until they fuse. He's holding his own with them, but then gets that kick in the head just like in the original with Goku. Raditz has remembered all the times he hasn't fought and /or gave up. Then he gets up and miraculously dodges Kefla's attack. Raditz has now unlocked Ultra Instinct just by choosing to stay and guard Goku. However, he gets the same fate as Goku because it's his first time as well, and so he jumps out of it. Goku is now ready to take on Kefla and goes straight to Super Saiyan Blue and Kaioken times 20 right from the start and manages to eliminate Kefla. Now both Goku and Raditz are tired now, so then Gohan and Piccolo are guardian. Beerus is surprised that Raditz managed to attain Ultra Instinct. Now the only one remaining who hasn't attained Ultra Instinct is Vegeta, and he is livid about those two low-class rats, and goes to take on Jiren, and of course gets defeated. But then, Vegeta remembers how many times pride has brought him down, and that pride won't win this battle. Eventually, he too attains Ultra Instinct and really gets himself into it. However, just like with Goku and Raditz, he doesn't last very long and drops out of it due to strain. Goku and Raditz, in their weakened conditions, take on Jiren and they use all their power but to no avail. 10 minutes before the tournament ends, Raditz tries to take himself and Jiren out, but Jiren kicks him to boost himself back up. However, Raditz isn't eliminated. Vegeta gives the last bit of energy to Goku while he's falling, and Goku tries his best but it's for nothing. Goku then enters Ultra Instinct the second time and takes on Jiren. Goku's getting overpowered, but then we see someone join in the fight. That someone is Raditz in his Ultra Instinct, and so he joins Goku. They are now overpowering Jiren, and 2 minutes before the end, they take him out. The remaining survivors are Goku, Raditz, and 17. When asked for their wish, they look at each other and then Raditz speaks up.
Can you revive all of the universes that were destroyed, during this tournament?
All new universes get restored and they win the tournament. Now they're chilling on Earth, but far in a galaxy. The Frieza Force is planning to revive Frieza once again and send the majority of the Frieza Force to find as many recruits as possible. The two low-class soldiers see the planetoid Vampa and reach 2 power levels on it. They land on it and get introduced to Paragus and Broly, whose power is immeasurable with normal scouters. They return and the Force recruits them and gives the two a big prize for finding the Saiyans. Meanwhile, 2 other low-class soldiers are on Earth searching for the Dragon Balls, and Trunks notifies Bulma about that. They get to the place where the last Dragon Ball is and question those soldiers. Frieza's ship descends and no word spoken. They realize what they're doing here. Paragus notices the prince and of course commands Broly to kill Vegeta. Everything goes as per normal until Paragus decides it's enough and reaches for the remote for the shocker. And guess what? It's not there. Broly is getting more and more insane, but Goku manages to calm him down enough so he listens to him. Broly calms down and goes to his father. Goku, Vegeta, and Raditz propose to them that they stay on Earth, but Paragus is reluctant and decides to lead the Frieza Force, which is now Paragus Force. So there is no legendary Super Saiyan, no Gogeta or Goditz or Vegeta even. Dragon Balls are safe and Vegeta is thinking to himself,
Well, I was right. A Saiyan was destined to rule those bunch of losers. From day one, we proved Frieza that we really are a superior race.
and with that, this What If is finished. Thank you all so much for sticking around. If you think my What Ifs are trash, then this is the dislike button. But if you enjoyed it, hit that like button, and if you'd like me to make your idea come true, comment down below. And as always, peace out.